Welcome to the Daily Habit channel, where we bring you the most comprehensive horoscope prediction and tarot card readings for the day. This is your horoscope for January 18th, 2020, Saturday. For love, for wealth, and for welfare. Always remember, these horoscope predictions and tarot card readings are just here to guide you for the day. It is still up to us to make our own decisions. No matter what fate gives us, it is up to us to make our own destiny. You make your own destiny. Let us manifest now for our friend Aries. The Six of Wands. Aries, if you are not a morning person or you know someone who is a night owl rather than an early riser, you know how groggy and out of sorts someone can be when they get up early in the morning. Until they come out of their days, they may not make a whole lot of sense or be able to think clearly. Right now, Aries, you may be feeling out of sorts in a similar way. Clarity is coming soon as the fog lifts around you. But in the meantime, steer clear of making any important decisions. Wait until you are feeling your sharpest. Let us manifest now for our friend Taurus. The Knight of Cups. Taurus, you may be waiting for just the perfect moment to launch a goal you have been thinking about. You believe that with this, the timing can be very important. However, Taurus, sometimes just preparing, thinking hopeful thoughts, and actually taking those first steps can contribute a lot towards making good progress and can bring you excellent results. Timing is important, but acting instead of idly waiting can be even more important. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Get going. Let us manifest now for our friend Gemini. The fifth major arcana, the Hierophant. Gemini, there is an old saying that goes, if you find yourself going through hell, keep going. No one would intentionally put themselves through a difficult situation if they didn't have to. Especially you, Gemini, because you have little tolerance for tedious or aggravating situations. However, you may feel responsible or obligated in some circumstance that is causing your upheaval and upset. Right now, you are advised to work through this quickly and extricate yourself from a desirable situation. Keep going and don't look back. Let us manifest now for our friend Cancer. The Ace of Pentacles. Cancer, have you had truly a great day recently? Have you experienced a day when you felt totally carefree and things were really going your way? If not, it isn't because you don't deserve one or will never have one. Most likely, It is because you have not been able to let go of troubles so they cannot control you. And you probably have not noticed the power and potential that surrounds you, that is there for the taking. Start tuning in to the lighter side, and you will have many truly great days. Let us manifest now for our friend Leo. The 11th major arcana, the Strength card. Leo, you may be pondering whether or not something in your life, something that is not desirable to you, was just meant to be. You may be wondering if there is no escape from this. But there is nothing to prove that you have no choice in the matter, and there are no options available to you. Leo, you are the master of your actions, and so that is at least one bit of validation to show that you have the power to decide how things play out and where your life will lead. So, you need to assume that you can change something you want to change and start changing it. Let us manifest now for our friend Virgo. The 18th major arcana, the Moon. Virgo, there is magic all around you, but as practical Virgo who believes in what you can see and touch, you may not prefer to call it magic. You might see it, depending on the form it takes, as coincidence, serendipity, good luck, and so on. However, you may become a stronger believer very soon when a bit of real magic comes into your life to turn something around for the better. There is no harm in seeing this as a magical happening. In fact, it might make it even more enjoyable not to seek the logical explanation for it. Let us manifest now for our friend Libra. The Ace of Wands. Libra, you may have a tried and true formula for figuring things out in some area of your life that has always worked in the past. Because your approach has been so reliable, you turn to it time and again, and you may be doing so now with the problem you are facing. But going through that process this time might not yield the results you think. If something does not feel right, then find another way to come to your answer. Trust more in your intuition than in your tried approach. Let us manifest now for a friend Scorpio. The Nine of Cups. Scorpio, some pessimists become negative after a long run of bad luck and when something that was very important to them did not work out. But then there are others who simply enjoy complaining and thinking the worst, as hard as they may be to imagine. They may be even afraid of being positive or thinking hopeful thoughts for fear that there will be disappointments. If you encounter such a person, Scorpio, keep this in mind. And remember, sometimes positive words of hopeful encouragement can work wonders in transforming a pessimist into an optimist. Let us manifest now for our friend Sagittarius. The Three of Pentacles. Sagittarius, you may feel compelled to be very decisive about a choice you have to make. You may have made a vow to yourself not to waffle, but to come to a reasonable conclusion as quickly as possible and stick with it. But uncertainty is not a sign of weakness. Sometimes it is a sign that someone is being properly cautious and thinking something through all the way and considering all the angles. Be careful and take your time in making your choice, and you will have a sense of knowing when you reach the right decision. Let us manifest now for our friend Capricorn. The King of Cups. Capricorn, a befuddling situation involving your work or money situation may continue today, but that's a good thing. The timing of the situation may be just right for a knowledgeable person to come and offer their guidance. Be open to suggestions no matter how frustrated you feel, because you may find that any issues can be cleared up rather easily. Sometimes, guidance appears when we need it the most, but we must be fully open to it to recognize and receive it. Let us manifest now for our friend Aquarius. The Ten of Cups. Aquarius, even a sensible conversation could lead to an argument today if you get too attached to a certain idea or notion. You may have an image of how something should turn out, while another party who is involved could have a very different view. But you can work out even the toughest situations with patience and kindness. Sometimes, just understanding where the person is coming from, even if you don't agree with their viewpoint, can help you see through each other's eyes and figure out an acceptable compromise. Let us manifest now for our friend Pisces. The Knight of Pentacles. Pisces, do you have any enemies? Even if there are people in your life who do not have your best interests at heart, you probably prefer not to think of them as enemies, but rather as people who simply don't understand you, or people who have problems that cause them to be unfriendly. That's a good way to approach such situations, because it leaves the door open for someone to become a friend at some point. Today, you may find yourself growing closer to someone for whom you left the door open, and that is certainly something to be proud of. Always remember, these horoscope predictions and tarot card readings are just here to guide you for the day. It is still up to us to make our own decisions. No matter what fate gives us, it is up to us to make our own destiny. You make your own destiny. And as always, thank you so much for your continuous support to our videos and channels. Please do not forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to always get updated with our newest videos. Again, thank you so much.